but I'm going to be bringing back up Reverend Elaine Donlin. And so Reverend Elaine Donlin is a native of San Francisco, so is a San Francisco unicorn, and she knew she was gay from a young age, and in her early 20s she was drawn to Buddhism for its egalitarian teachings, especially its lack of any prohibition on homosexuality and its acceptance of the female clergy. And so in the 80s and 90s, she was involved in LGBTQ activism, in fostering LGBTQ support and education in college, as well as support for those suffering during the AIDS crisis. She was ordained in 2012 in Kyoto, Japan, as a priest in the Jodoshin Buddhism tradition, and she presently serves as the Buddhist Church of as president of the Buddhist, is that what it is? President? As president of the Buddhist Churches of San Francisco. She helped establish the first LGBTQ group within the Buddhist Churches of America and has helped create LGBTQ seminars at various Shin temples throughout the US. Elaine serves as president of the Japanese American Religious Federation, so JARF, you saw them earlier, and also serves as the board of directors of the San Francisco Interfaith Council. So once again, I'm gonna bring up Reverend Elaine.
Thank you. I just want to speak with you for just a few moments about something near and dear to me, and that's love. Specifically family love. There's so many, when you talk about queer folks, there's so many heartbreaking stories around family. And I was raised in a very religious, loving home where unconditional love was a guiding force within our family. I knew I was gay from an early age, and I never felt shame or guilt in my family. In fact, it was just the opposite. My mom created this environment where I could be my authentic self, where I could figure out who I was, what I was. She made sure my siblings all created this space, my aunts and uncles, anyone coming over. It was a safe space for me. I always teased my mom that she robbed me of a very dramatic coming out story because I didn't need to come out. It was one day in high school, and I said, we always had Sunday dinners, and we would bring our boyfriends, girlfriends, and I said, I want to bring someone over that I've been seeing. And she said, what's his name? And I said, Karen. And she said, without missing a beat, she said, well, dinner's at 5. So that's the environment I was raised in. Unconditional love. Despite my mom's own religious conditioning, her unconditional love for her child was so profound. The reality for many queer youth, I've had friends, I've had girlfriends that were shamed for being their authentic self. I've had friends who were silenced. I've had an ex-girlfriend who was literally cut out. Her photo was cut out of every family photo. I've had friends who were told to leave their family home. I've had friends who were cut off from all contact with their siblings. I've had friends and girlfriends who were physically beaten when they came out, and so they ran away. Because you see, queer history in the US has not been kind to us. There has been a dark history in this country of getting the gay out. And up until the 70s, we were subjected to incarceration. We were jailed for being our authentic self. We were institutionalized for being gay. We endured electric shock therapy for being gay. We endured lobotomies for being gay. And we endured gay conversion therapy. Presently, only half, actually less than half the US states fully ban conversion therapy. So to be raised in a loving family in the 60s and 70s was radical. But I was raised where I could be my authentic self without judgment, and that was a gift. But I also believe that it's a birthright, a natural and moral right possessed by everyone. We should all be afforded that opportunity to be our authentic selves. And that's why the pride flag is so important to me. It says that you're not alone. It says you are celebrated just the way you are. It says we still have work to do, but we'll do it together, with each other, and hopefully with our families. And if not, then with our chosen families. And if you're straight, please be an authentic ally. Love your children, your grandchildren, your nieces and nephews. Love your neighbor. We do this with our actions, with our speech, and with our thoughts. So to me, the pride flag is beautiful because it represents life. A precious and unrepeatable, impermanent life. And yet, a life that is so deeply interconnected with everyone and everything. So thank you for being here today and celebrating life and love. Thank you.